Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view.
Late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I lacked game, back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tune, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tune, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. One mic, one queen. Late night with Shay. Shay's too. She back again.
It's late night with Shay.
Yeah, she say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again.
It's late night with Shay.
She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Yeah.
What's up? What's up? What's up? The heartbroken woman is here again tonight for a Shades Tube late night hours talk time, guys. And what's up with you guys? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I hope you guys had a great Tuesday. Happy and blessed Wednesday on the East Coast and other coasts. Still out here on the West Coast, still Tuesdays, 11:52 p.m. Not September, July the 15th, 2025, guys. And I'm so happy to see you guys. Welcome to everybody in the bushes, everybody who watches this in the replay. Over here in the chat, we got Jermaine in the place to be. What's up, Jermaine? Let me turn this down a little bit. This rock stuff down some. What's up, Jermaine? What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all, let me ask you guys a favor. If you enjoyed this content tonight, could you please thumbs it up? Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notifications so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share and leave a comment. Also, let's go ahead and do this copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. Part of it is scrolling across the screen, and it will be in my comment area sometime soon, okay, whenever I get a chance to. So tonight, guys, we are going to be talking about this case, guys, with this man and the police officer. I guess they were dating or something, and it just turned to tragic. All right, we're gonna watch a couple of TikTok videos regarding it, and then I'm gonna tell you guys about it. We're gonna talk about it, and I'll probably give y'all a couple of breaking news articles, my thought for today, and that'll be it. Okay. All right. So if you are at home or wherever you're at, get you something to drink. A relaxing seat or bed. If you are at work, continue to do your job, but watch and listen to me on the down low. And we are getting ready to start off with this live. Before we do, let me change this right here real quick because I need to minimize that. I think it's better like that. Okay, we're gonna do it like that. Man, so let's go ahead and go back to the other board. Okay, there you go. Y'all don't forget though, if you want to show additional support for this channel, you can do a super sticker, super chat, or cop yourself a membership for $4.99, or you can do a Cash App donation to $Shades2. And thanks to all who have bought memberships and donated and liked my videos and left messages and just watching them and things like that. I definitely appreciate you guys. I appreciate all that you do, and thank you so much, y'all. I am almost at 1 million views. Can y'all believe that? Gosh, man, hard job, YouTube. It really is. So y'all, I got a new Rumble account, so eventually I'll start sharing this to Rumble at the same time. And so once I get everything straight, you guys come over there if you are on that site. But if you're not, just join it and then subscribe to me over there as well. All right. So I'll be letting y'all know when I get ready to do that. Okay, I'll let you guys know. Before we start, I want to play this song real quick. To my stalker before we start off with our regular live. All right, so let's just take a little break and do this real quick because Shades to the silliest shit, and so we're gonna play this because some people just don't stop. Let me see. Oh, I got the damn thing.
Yeah, it's real.
Let's start it back over. You ready?
Real clear now.
Yeah. Let me do it like this.
Down low and the drama up. She's late.
Let's stop that. Okay, now we're gonna do it over again.
I'm the dog.
Got it.
I don't know nothing. Yeah, it's real clear now. Yeah, Micah say I'm the dog, but you bark for clout. Tail wagging on live, just running your mouth. I don't know nothing. Yeah, that much true. Brain offline every time you hit new. Trying to act slick, but you goofy as hell. Got slogans on loop like a broken spell. Repetitive content, you say it with pride. But bro, no bark, no bite, just hide. You the dog, more like the flea. Jump on trends, then beg for a seat. I don't know nothing. Clearly, bruh, that's your whole brand and your whole shtick, huh? Dog with a mic, but no real sound. Loud online, but quiet when found. Your subs just scroll, your views decay. Whole channel look like a throwaway. Micah in the vids like, look at me cook. But it's burnt ass takes and recycled hooks. Trying to be funny, but it's awkward and dry. That dog act tired, go lay down and cry. You make 10 vids off one small clip. Stretch nothing for minutes, man, that ain't it. You say I'm the dog, yeah, mud on a leash. Pacing in circles, praying for peace. I don't know nothing, facts that's deep. Every upload feels like a low effort leap. Clickbait king with no real throne. Live stream talk but dead when alone. Merch weak, bars weaker. Talk like a beast, but your ego cheaper. Say less, post less, do more, doubt it. Micah, we laugh, now we clowning around it. So keep barking, dog, but this ain't your yard. You bit off more than your weak rep can guard. Next time you stream, say it with your chest. I don't know nothing. Yeah, weak guest. Game over. Yeah, we guessed. Yeah, Emma. Micah in the vids. New bird, little bird, then you're weaker. You next time you stream, say it with your chest. I don't know nothing. Yeah, we guessed. Game over. Yeah. You the dog, more like the flea. Jump on trends, then beg for a seat. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Clearly, bro, that's your whole brand and your whole shtick, huh? Dog with a mic, but no real sound. Loud online, but quiet when found. Your subs just scroll, your views decay. Whole channel look like a throwaway. Mike got in the live. Look, grind your grind and your weak rap. Yeah. It wakes time you stream, say it with your chest. I don't know nothing. Yeah, we guessed.
All right, guys.
I'm the dog.
Here we go.
Don't know nothing. Yeah, it's real clear now. Yeah, Micah say I'm the dog, but you bark for clout. Tail wagging on live.
All right, y'all. So yeah, I just want to play that little tune because I told y'all before, anytime this lunatic talks about me, I'm going to play these raps, okay? And get him back like that because I mean he's not worth anything else. But anyway, let's go ahead and start off with our regular live, guys. Let me go ahead and put the things up here, and we will take a little break again. Because when you be doing these lives at night, man, I'm telling you, sometimes I be halfway asleep. I'm up tonight though because I've been on to a whole nother city, man. I've been all over the damn place. Y'all just don't even know. So I'm straight up awake tonight. Let me go ahead and put this up here. So what's this dude's name? I just had his name. I forgot his name again. I keep on forgetting his name. I know the last name, but I don't remember his first name. Let me go over here and get it. This story is a hot ass mess too, guys. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. All right, let me put his name up here. Let's see if we spell his name correct. And what is the police chief? So this is this dude. That's the police officer right there. And Warren. The other dude is named Warren Mitchell. Okay. The third. Okay, let me move that over. Okay, let me move that over. I think I spelled his name right. Okay, so hold on, I gotta take this down. Let's take off this down right here and delete this. Okay, now I can add this banner. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about David Butt. I guess that's how you say his name, or Boot, and Warren Mitchell III. All right. Anyway, David, I believe, David, he was a St. Gabriel police officer who was found unalive at his home and had been in a relationship with his accused Iller and has supplied him with weed and meth to sell in the community. All right. Devin Butt, I guess his name is Butt, was found unalive early Sunday. Police Chief Kevin Ambrose said the accused Iller, Warren Mitchell III, called him after the two men got into a fight. Mitchell had been arrested June the 12th for simple robbery, and Stacy said Monday that Mitchell had felt trapped in the relationship and he was trying to find a way out. All right. So like I said, this whole entire story, y'all, is a trip. Now, anyway, after the robbery, Stacy said, Butt went to the store and repaid its owner and asked him to drop the charges against Mitchell. So remember, Devin Butt was the police officer. Warren Mitchell was the boyfriend. All right, so remember that. Now, according to the sheriff, Mitchell attacked Butt as he slept, stabbing him in the front and back. Stacy said Mitchell left the knife in Butt's body before going to a gas station and reporting what he had done. Hey, Tony, thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night at work, hon. Now, the Louisiana Bureau of Investigation had recently opened an investigation into police corruption in St. Gabriel upon referral from Iberville Parish Sheriff Brett Stacy. That matter has now been closed and returned to the sheriff for a homicide investigation, and that's according to the attorney general's office, and they said that in a statement. Now, court records obtained by the investigative unit detailed Mitchell arrest prior to the unaliving of Butt. Now, Butt was a St. Gabriel police captain, actually, okay? They showed that Mitchell went to a truck stop and asked the store clerk to give him $40 and said that he was not robbing the store. Mitchell was arrested and held for a $7,000 bond. He was also booked as a fugitive due to having an active warrant after he failed to appear in court in April for a second-degree battery charge. Bond for that charge was set to $20,000. Stacy said he had asked Houseside investigators to look into Butt's activities about a week ago. Other St. Gabriel officers have had trouble with the law of late. One was accused of domestic violence and he was fired. And a former officer was accused of pawning his service weapons while with the New Rose Police. Crazy. Okay, so let's go ahead and look more into these two. So like I said before, Devin Butt was, the sheriff. What did they say? Let me make sure what his thing is. Got his position. Police officer, basically. But let me get his actual position again. Let's see. He was a police captain. Okay, so let's remember that, Shades, too. And then Warren Mitchell III is the dude who was dating him. And Warren, unalive. But, okay. I already got it, Jermaine. Thank you. So now that you got up there, I'll remember it. Thank you. So let's see what else we got regarding this story here. Hold on, y'all. Let me get the rest of the stuff. So let me let y'all go ahead and look at a couple videos first regarding him, okay? And then we'll finish discussing it. Hold on, let me mute this right quick. All right, so let's go ahead and present. Share screen. Share screen. So let's go ahead and see this.
St. Gabriel police captain, the investigative unit uncovered a bombshell about what led to the killing.
The Iberville Parish
Hold on, y'all. Let me just turn this over. Okay, go ahead.
Sheriff's Office confirms Captain Devin Boutte and the suspect.
Oh, it's Boutte. Okay, Boutte, like booty.
It spun out of control for both of them. Best casualty with what she uncovered.
Michael, Sylvia, this explosive information comes from the sheriff's office, where investigators told me Boutte and Mitchell were already on their radar after several tips. On Sunday, news of 34-year-old police captain Devin Boutte's potential murder rocked the small community of St. Gabriel.
Devin was in love with the police department and the city of St. Gabriel. He loved this community and they loved him.
Boutte's chief, Kevin Ambo, was the first person to find his body.
Hopefully I'll never have to witness something like that again.
He tells us it was Boutte's boyfriend, Warren Mitchell III, who alerted him.
I was notified by the center officer out. I came out and checked myself and I ended up finding him succumb to his injuries.
Mitchell confessed over the phone. The sheriff's office says Boutte was ambushed here in his home while he was sleeping. Mitchell allegedly stabbed him twice, once in the front and in the back. Investigators recovered that kitchen knife still inside Boutte when they arrived. What they also recovered inside the home that the police captain and Mitchell had been sharing, drugs. According to the sheriff's office, Boutte had been providing Mitchell with weed and meth to sell and use.
Seems to be that Boutte lost his direction through the relationship with this man. It clouded his judgment.
Sheriff Brett Stassi says he had gotten a tip about this weeks ago
And it would be our jurisdiction.
and actually asked the Attorney General's office to investigate Booty just 10 days before he was killed.
There's nothing that you can compare this crime to any other that I can remember in recent years.
The suspect, 25-year-old Warren Mitchell III, has a lengthy criminal past.
Drugs, robbery, even some indecent behavior with back when he was a juvenile.
And was even a suspect in a murder in Texas in 2021. In fact, he was out on bond for a robbery he allegedly committed last month when the stabbing happened.
We've talked to the people in the community.
Stassi says that robbery was a key point in the pair's increasingly toxic relationship.
He thought that he was trapped in this relationship and this was the only way out. He had attempted a couple times prior to get out of this relationship, and he couldn't seem to get away.
Meaning what exactly?
A few weeks ago, he did a robbery at a store, knowing that he would be arrested and brought to jail, and that in fact happened. He posted a $27,000 bond, and Captain Booty went to the store and tried to repay the money and asked that they would come forward to drop charge.
Despite the term not being used officially, the situation between Booty and Mitchell has all the red flags of domestic violence.
He used some coercion and to keep pressure on him that I went and paid the money back. I got you out of the mill place. I did this. Just some control tactics that he used to kind of control him.
Despite Stassi wanting them to hold Mitchell without bond, Judge Elizabeth Ingolio set it at $500,000 this afternoon.
Day after the
That's
stabbing
crazy.
death of a St. Gabriel
All right.
police.
Okay, that's crazy. Let me see what else we got going on here. Let's see what they're saying right here.
On Sunday, news of 34-year-old police captain Devin Booty's potential murder rocked the small community of St. Gabriel.
Devin was in love with the police department, and
So we already seen this. I want to see the same thing over again. Let's see what we
A
got.
few weeks ago, he
This is the same thing. Let's see what else we can get on this. See what else we can get. What is this right here? Let me see what he's going to say here.
It wasn't all peaches and cream. He had a dark side also to him.
In what's possibly one of the toughest interviews Iberville Parish Sheriff Brett Stassi has had to give, he talked about a dead man and all the wrongs he allegedly did while wearing a badge, swearing to uphold an oath to protect and serve the public. The man Sheriff Stassi is talking about is Devin Booty, also known as Curly. He was the captain over St. Gabriel's Uniform Patrol Division for the past dozen years and had allegedly been supplying drugs to the man accused of killing him.
Through our investigation, we learned that he was, in fact, supplying this man with some drugs to sell on the street.
Stassi says Warren Mitchell confessed to stabbing Booty in the back and abdomen in his bedroom at a home on Legion Drive.
What we believe to be some crystal meth at the house. The gentleman who did the murder also told us that where we could find some drugs in the house. And we would retrieve those and they'll be sent to the crime lab to be analyzed.
The WAFBI team uncovered court records at the Iberville Parish Courthouse and found Mitchell was fresh out of jail after posting bond 20 days ago for a robbery at this truck stop last month in St. Gabriel. The sheriff says Booty went and returned the money after Mitchell's arrest, pleading for those that worked there to drop the charges.
It wasn't all peaches and cream. He had some.
Let's see. That's crazy. Let's see what else. Let's see what else we can find out about this, you guys. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Let's see what's down here. All right. So what y'all got to say about this entire thing? I just got this story today from Jermaine, and I'm trying to get a complete understanding of it. Hey, Shell, thank you so much for tuning in. So, Booty, I guess Booty like Booty. Hey, oh boy, thank you so much for tuning in. Booty, I want to say it the right way. So that's the police captain, all right? And Mitchell is the boyfriend, all right? So Booty was supplying Mitchell with drugs and things for his own personal use and to sell out on the street. Mitchell has a lengthy criminal history. All right. He just posted bond 20 days before this situation happened because he went inside of a truck stop and robbed it. But what I don't understand is, okay, so when he robbed the truck stop, why did he just rob it because he wanted to get in trouble so he can get away from this police chief? Or was he robbing it to get money? Because the police chief went up to the truck stop to pay it and to ask the man there, the owner or whatever, not to file charges, not to pursue charges. Okay? And so then a bond was posted on him and he was out. He also missed court. They said that this dude arrest history dates back to 2023. Let's see. So in January 2023, on the 19th, he was charged with second-degree battery. A bench warrant was issued for his arrest on April the 30th, 2025, after he missed court for a motions hearing. And then he was arrested on June the 13th, 2025 for robbery. And I guess that's when he went inside that truck stop with the $40, I believe. I don't know for sure. So that's when they said they discovered he had an outstanding bench warrant. So on June the 16th, 2025, Mitchell posted a $27,000 bond using a bail bondsman. He was out for 20 days when he was arrested on Sunday, July the 6th, accused of illing the St. Gabriel Captain Devin Boutte. Like we just heard, Boutte was found stabbed in a home on Legion Drive on Sunday morning. And Boutte worked for that department for 12 years. So Boutte was under investigation because they had already had suspicion that he and his partner were engaged in some illegal activities. Okay. So Mitchell is claiming that he was trapped in a relationship and he couldn't get out of it. He claimed that Boutte was controlling him. Okay. And if I understood this correctly, Stacy, I think that's his name, Stacy. Let me see if I got his name right. The man in that video right there. He said that allegedly Boutte was supplying him drugs to also control him. You said, right, the investigation was open just 10 days before the unaliving. You also said you think the chief might be dirty. Okay, well, hold on. Let's see. You said, you already know he was the captain, right? You said it doesn't make sense he would call the chief directly and the chief arrived first. I think the chief might be dirty. Probably so. Probably so. This is weird. The whole thing is weird. Let's see what else they got. They don't have too much on this either. Let's see a little bit more about this suspect. Well, we know he did it, so I mean, I'm still going to call him got his name spelled wrong. Typos, actually. Let's see what else we can find on this. So, yeah, he said that, hold on. Yeah, that's Sheriff Stacy right there. So those two, Warren and Boutte, lived together for a while. Okay, and they found a lot of drugs in the home too, meth, crystal meth. So Mitchell told the investigators that Boutte provided him with drugs to use and sell on the streets. Yep, he did. When he robbed that store, the store clerk, so he can go to jail, so he can get away from Boutte. And then Boutte, he went over there to the truck stop, paid the money back, and then tried to convince the man to drop charges. See, Mitchell said he returned the money and asked for charges to be dropped. So honestly, why didn't he just? I guess I don't know. Why didn't he just leave the state then? Okay, I mean, what else did this detective have over his head? Because I'm just trying to figure out why he just couldn't leave. Even if he had to, move to a different state or something. If this is true. So you said Chief Ambrose, look up his interview. Let me look him up real quick. Hold on, let me get his name. Let me spell his name correctly. Let me do this if I can do it. Ambeau. Let's see if we can get this. This is a weird case, you guys. So if they just opened up an investigation 10 or 11 days before, and they knew that something was going on, they were just trying to get more information, I guess? Because you would think they would probably be going here to pick them up, both of them. Let me see. AMBA. Let me see. That's crazy. AMBEA. Let's see what he's saying. So this is him right here, right? Let's see.
Deputies raid St. Gabriel Police Chief's home and office after evidence goes missing. In St. Gabriel, search warrants were executed at St. Gabriel Police Chief Kevin Ombo's home and office Wednesday afternoon. Search warrants were issued in connection to a missing evidence in a homicide case the DA's office asked deputies to pursue. The sheriff said that when deputies started looking through the case, they noticed $3,500 that was supposed to be locked away in evidence gone. Deputies executed 2 search warrants Wednesday for Chief Ombo's home and office. The sheriff's office involved the FBI in the case, but agents did not help execute the search warrant. Deputies raided St. Gabriel Police Chief's home and office after evidence goes missing.
So
In
that
St. Gabriel, search warrants were executed at St. Gabriel Police Chief Kevin Ombo's home and office with.
The whistleblower says he provided the FBI and sheriff's deputies with pictures of personal property that he says Chief Ambo had taken from a drug arrest.
What?
Tonight, he believes his termination stems from trying to do the right thing.
Questions that they asked me, I answered them.
For nearly 2 decades, Jamal Carter worked as a St. Gabriel police officer. Things took a dramatic turn last year when he says he cooperated with the FBI and Iberville Parish Sheriff's Office.
I spoke to somebody about it.
About what he thought was wrongdoing at the St. Gabriel Police Department.
I was there for 20 years, and like I said, I worked with him the whole time, and there's no reason for me to lie on him, and I wasn't
Not
gonna
the
lie.
same police chief.
Carter and his lawyer, Ron Haley, filed this lawsuit that says once Chief Ambo learned of Mr. Carter's cooperation with the Iberville Parish Sheriff's Office and the FBI, Mr. Carter's workplace environment at the SGPD became hostile. The lawsuit says Chief Ambo would openly make comments such as "that expletive Maul, short for Jamal, called the FBI on me. I'm going to get that expletive. I'm going to fire that expletive."
What good deed goes unpunished? He is a civil servant. He is doing the right thing. He noticed something was wrong. He spoke up about it. He alerted the proper authorities. He cooperated. The things that you would want somebody to do and be rewarded for, he was punished for.
Well, the whistleblower says he
Hold on, let me see
provided
what
the
this person said about this lawsuit. Hold on. Somebody said a lawsuit filed recently alleges Jamal Carter provided the FBI and Iberville Sheriff's Office with pictures of personal property that Chief Ambrose had taken from a DRUG arrest. So this is the same chief that they are accusing.
Deputies raid St. Gabriel Police Chief's home and office after evidence goes missing.
well, the whistleblower.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Deputies raid St. Gabriel Police Chief's home and office after evidence goes missing. In St. Gabriel, search warrants were executed at St. Gabriel Police Chief Kevin Ombo's home and office Wednesday afternoon. Search warrants were issued in connection to a missing evidence in a homicide case the DA's office asked deputies to pursue. The sheriff said that when deputies started looking through the case, they noticed $3,500 that was supposed to be locked away and evidence gone. Deputies executed 2 search warrants Wednesday for Chief Ombo's home and office. The sheriff's office involved the FBI in the case, but agents did not help execute the search warrant. Deputies raided St. Gabriel Police Chief's home.
Hold on. They think that he stole the $3,500. That's crazy. This dude is fucking dirty. So wait a minute, hold up. So who called him? It wasn't Mitchell. Mitchell called him, right? Or was it Boutte? Did Boutte call him? Or was it Mitchell, Jermaine? Because I forgot what they said. You know, when the dude did the truck stop robbery, somebody called him up. Mitchell called him. That's crazy. And also, right, Mitchell called him to tell him that he had unalived Boutte, right? Yeah, something ain't right. Let me go see what else they got over here on this man. Yeah, these people crooked. Let's see what else they got here. Why come this thing is not moving? That's the police chief of corruption right there. This was just in 2023. What happened to this? Let's see what else. His son? Hold on, what the hell is this? Let's look at this, y'all.
Police chief's son booked for attempted murder after weekend shooting in St. Gabriel. The son of St. Gabriel's police chief is facing charges after a shooting that left one person hurt. Kevin Ombo Jr. was booked into the Iberville Parish Jail Monday morning on 2 counts of attempted second-degree murder. Ombo is the son of St. Gabriel Police Chief Kevin Ombo Sr. The sheriff's office said the incident happened Friday in the St. Gabriel area. Ombo Jr. allegedly fired a gun at 2 people, striking one of them in the arm, according to the sheriff's office. He was previously arrested in 2015 for shooting and killing 2 people in St. Gabriel after a fight. An Iberville Parish grand jury later cleared him of any wrongdoing, and he was not indicted in that case.
Listen, y'all.
Police chief
they are doing all sorts of damn illegal shit. That they're going, Chief. This is crazy. That is crazy, man. So he's doing all sorts of shit. Let's go and look at some more of this stuff over here. Let's see what else we got. So that's his son. Oh my gosh, man, I can't do this. Let's see what else we got here. We talked about him already. Let's see if we got anything else. Look, what is this right here, Chief? Let's see what they're saying right here. Oh, this is Spanish. We don't need to watch this one. See if there's anything else here. Okay, let's look at his interview real quick. See if we can pull up his interview. Yeah, he seems to be a little shaky. All right. I mean, it's weird. I don't know what chief she's talking about. Okay, let's see. Not chief. What happened to the damn thing that I had up here? Not this. Let me do his name up here again. What was his name? Let me get his name again, y'all. I hate when this daggone computer does this. What's his name? Chief Ambrose. What's his first name? Chief Ambrose. Let me look on here and find his first name. Hold on, y'all. This man is fucking, no telling. You know what? I wonder if he knew about the drugs. And, the other guy, Boutte, having Mitchell sell them. And if they all was in it together, they were in it together. So this dude robbed a truck stop just to go to jail to get away from Boutte. This is crazy. Let's see what's the sheriff's name. Okay, that's sheriff. The other dude is the what's his damn position? The chief. Let me get this from the other, but I'm trying to get their names correct. This is a crazy little story. So they said they closed the case, though. They closed the investigation because the Boutte has been unalive. But what about the chief, the police chief? Is he still not under investigation for all the other stuff they were talking about? And then it's kind of weird how Mitchell called him up. Let's see. Let's see. What is his name? Kevin. How could I forgot that name? Ambo. Let's see. Interview. Let's see if we can pull it up now. Last time I typed it went off of this. Let's see. Can't find that interview. Where's the interview at, Jermaine? Because I can't find it here on TikTok. Let me put this thing. What is he in St. Gabriel? Let's see if it'll come up now. So St. Gabriel police chief question for the full story. This is only going to be a little bit of it. It's not going to be the whole thing. Let's see what he said here.
It's been a difficult week for the St. Gabriel Police Department after losing Captain Devin Boutte.
It's been a hard 3 days. Devin was loved by everybody in this community.
Chief Kevin Ambo says made worse by the allegations coming from his confessed killer.
I saw an officer who was butchered up beyond recognition. I didn't even recognize him. That's how bad this guy beat him. To the point that we may not even be to open his casket.
Damn.
And you're going to take a word of a cop killer?
He's guilty of committing the crime.
The Iberville Sheriff's Office and the Attorney General are investigating Boutte for corruption involving drugs.
We come to a conclusion on what was going on.
Sheriff Brett Stassi saying he provided weed and meth to his live-in boyfriend and killer, Warren Mitchell, which may have been part of his motive.
He thought that Boutte was developing into where maybe his life would be put in danger. And whether he thought it or dreamed it, it was part of his mental status at the time of the attack.
Ambo says it's simply not true.
Here's what I can say. Yeah. You take your camera and you talk to anyone in St. Gabriel, and the word drugs and Devin Boutte's name would never come up in the same sentence. The thing that amazed me is the only person can tie Devin Boutte, the drug, is a cop killer.
Why do you think they're putting so much stock in that? I mean, they're asking the Attorney General to come in and investigate the actions of a man who has passed away. I mean, why are they doing that?
Whatever the reason is, I'm open to any investigation, whether it's the Attorney General, whether it's the Sheriff's Office, whether it's the FBI. I'm transparent. Whatever Devin did in his personal life, he didn't bring it to the police department.
About 8 Sunday morning, Ambo tells me a store clerk he knows called him, saying someone at the store wanted to speak to him. It was Warren Mitchell, confessing to what he had done.
When Mitchell called you to tell you what he did he tell you why?
I asked him why. He wouldn't give me a reason. He wouldn't give me a reason. And it's stuff that we talked about that I got to release to the investigators that I don't want to talk about. You know, all I know, I have to testify to what I saw in that room was Devin Boutte beaten beyond recognition, no clothes on, with a big old knife in his back.
Ambo says a critical flaw in Mitchell's accusations that Boutte had drugs at his house is the fact that he lived with his canine drug dog.
Devin was a canine officer. Make it make sense. You have drugs at his house, you got to train the dog.
Another issue, he says, is how long it took Mitchell to report his crime.
I know what rigor mortis look like.
Oh, really?
It wasn't no blood, it was dried up. He had to kill Devin around about 1 o'clock that morning. Do the investigation. It got people saw him walking on the levee at 2:30 that morning. When you came down off your high, then you want to think of a way to get out what you done. You call the police chief like you not kill a dog and say, I kill your officer? Who does that?
That's Casserly, WBRZ News 2. It's been
For some strange reason, I actually believe him, even though he been accused of some things. And what happened to that $3,500? I don't know, because again, if he had a dog, a canine dog that sniffs out drugs, wouldn't that dog be acting like suspicious if any cops come by his house or anything like that? Unless, like I said, if maybe he did not have any cops visiting him except that chief. And even if the dog was acting suspicious, the chief would already know what's up. So of course, he's not going to report him because he could have been knowing what was going on. You said he had to know. They combined it with the homicide investigation. The drugs were in the house, and you say you don't believe him. But he's a real good convincing liar. I tell you that. I don't know. This one here is weird. This whole entire case is weird. I don't know what to say. I'm just trying to figure out why would the dude call him up when he unalived Boutte? Why would he call up the police chief? Like they all personal. Well, I know it's Boutte and the police chief obviously know each other, but like Mitchell knows him well also. Let's see what else we got here. That's weird. This is a weird case. And then he's saying that the dude is lying. He's saying that he got into a DRUG, what do you call that when they be out of their mind? And then he did it then. And then when he came back down, he realized what he'd done, and then he had to make up an excuse for an alibi. But the thing is, though, when he robbed the truck stop, he said he robbed the truck stop to go to jail to get away from Boutte. And then also they were investigating Boutte and Mitchell for 10 days before this all happened. So clearly they already had some idea that something crazy was going on, something illegal. So let's see what else we got here. So where did he get these drugs from? Boutte. What were he? They need to go investigate that, right? And they need to find out where did he get these drugs, if he actually went to buy them and everything, because that would tell everything right then and there, unless he sent Mitchell to go get them, which that's what he probably did. That's crazy. Let's see if we got any more stories on that. And what I wonder, how did he get involved with this dude as well? Because this dude Mitchell has a lengthy criminal history. Not that lengthy, but he has a criminal history. Let's put it like that. So how did he get involved with this dude, I wonder? So you said that he has a record as well, Ambro? The chief? Money laundering, theft over 25,000, and related conspiracy. This is the chief. The chief has all of this. He has allegations include potential mishandling of crime scene evidence and accepting restaurant style kickbacks. We know that they think he stole that $3,500. We know that. So why is he still the chief if he has all of these things going on? So that's why the FBI is investigating the entire parish, right? Because they are corrupt. It seems like they are corrupt. You can do it. You little weirdo. You're over here licking yourself, getting ready for sleep. So let's see. So you said Booty and Mitchell could be victims. Good questions. But Mitchell said that Booty is the one that was basically controlling him. He also claimed that he had been beaten by Booty. But this police chief said when he found Booty's body that Booty had been severely beaten and stabbed in the back, and he was naked. So make sense. Let's see what else we can find on that real quick. That is crazy, guys. Damn. Let's see. This is the chief right here. So that's him right there. That's his son right there. Look just like his dad. Let's see. What is this dude's name? William Warren Mitchell. The third. Let's see if we can find anything else on here. This is a dark past.
The suspect, 25-year-old Warren Mitchell III, has a lengthy criminal past.
Drugs, robbery, even some indecent behavior with back when he was a juvenile.
And was even a suspect in a murder in Texas in 2021. In fact, he was out on bond for a robbery he allegedly committed last month when the stabbing happened. Stassi says that robbery was a key point in the pair's increasingly toxic relationship.
He thought that he was trapped in this relationship and this was the only way out. He had attempted a couple times prior to get out of this relationship, and he couldn't seem to get away. A few weeks ago, he did a robbery at a store, knowing that he would be arrested and brought to jail, and that in fact happened. He posted a $27,000 bond, and Captain Booty went to the store and tried to repay the money and asked that they would come forward to drop charges.
Despite the term not being used officially, the situation between Booty and Mitchell has all the red flags of domestic violence.
He used some coercion and to keep pressure on him that I went and paid the money back. I got you out of the mill place. I did this. Just some control tactics that he used to kind of control him.
The suspect, 25-year-old Warren Mitchell III, has a lengthy criminal past.
Listen, so he thinks Stacy thinks that Butte was controlling him. He thinks that Butte was controlling him and beating him, right? You say you wonder if Butte was extorting him for X. I don't know. This is a weird ass case. Let's see what else we got on this dude. It could have been.
Mitchell confessed over the phone. The sheriff's office says Booty was ambushed here in his home while he was sleeping. Mitchell allegedly stabbed him twice, once in the front and in the back. And investigators recovered that kitchen knife still inside Booty when they arrived. What they also recovered inside the home that the police captain and Mitchell had been sharing? Drugs. According to the sheriff's office, Booty had been providing Mitchell with weed and meth to sell and use.
It seems to be that Booty lost his direction through the relationship with this man. It clouded his judgment.
Sheriff Brett Stassi says he had gotten a tip about this weeks ago.
And that would be our jurisdiction.
And actually asked the Attorney General's office to investigate Booty just 10 days before he was killed.
But it was the Attorney General's office.
Nothing that you can compare this crime to any other that I can remember in recent years.
The suspect, 25-year-old Warren Mitchell III, has a lengthy criminal past.
Drugs, robbery, even some indecent behavior with back when he was a juvenile.
And was even a suspect in a murder in Texas in 2021. In fact, he was out on bond for a robbery he allegedly committed last month when the stabbing happened.
We've talked to the people in the community.
Stassi says that robbery was a key point in the pair's increasingly toxic relationship.
He thought that he was trapped in this relationship and this was the only way out.
Mitchell confessed.
Sheriff Stacey seemed to think that Booty was doing all these things. He seemed to think that Booty was controlling him, was beating him, was making him sell drugs and everything. So they must have talked to this dude a whole lot. He also said that he got notice of something, and that's when he called the office, right? Attorneys, I forgot, general or something like that, to do an investigation on Booty. So when somebody called him, I wonder what did they tell him to make him go ahead and do the investigation. Let's see what else we got on this. What else we can find? It's going to be the same information. I mean, I don't see anything updated on this. Nothing more updated. So what do y'all think about this? And it's past still from 2023, and then when he was also a juvenile, right? I wonder how did Booty meet him? Did he meet him when he was incarcerated or what? And how did he, I wonder if Booty, not Booty, but Mitchell, was he already using drugs when he hooked up with Booty? Or did Booty get him on drugs? Because they're not telling us a lot of information regarding this case. And honestly, I can't even find anything much more about it. But the same thing over and over again. they said that he supplied drugs to the man who unalived them. So they did turn in the evidence to the Louisiana State Police Crime Lab. So in order for that sheriff to be saying that, the sheriff must have found some incriminating evidence to suggest that Boutte was having Mitchell sell drugs for him. He had to find something in the home like that. And that chief better be hope that he's not tied into this. So Mitchell told the investigators that he robbed a store clerk to go to jail so he could get away from Boutte. I still don't understand why he just didn't get up and leave and just move to another place, a new state or something like that. Yeah, they were, but he said he got a tip. The sheriff said he got a tip. And that's when he called attorney affairs or something to come and do an investigation 10 days before he was unalive. But the thing is since he's unalive now, he said he called the investigation off. But I still want to know why did Mitchell feel so comfortable to call the chief to tell him what he done versus just going to the police station and turning himself in. Right, that's nothing. Where's the money? I was ready to ask that before. Where's the money? And how much money did they have at the house? Because they said they had meth and some other drugs and weed, right? So where is the money? Well, I don't see anything that says they found money. No telling. No telling. I mean, this is a crazy case. No telling. Let's see. And then the chief said Boutte never did drugs or anything. But of course he would say that if he actually knows what's up. Of course he would say that. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. I said on Devin Booker. It said Boutte. Let's look it up like this real quick. Yes, it's the same stuff. That's crazy. Let me see what they say about here.
St. Gabriel headquarters to SG3. St. Gabriel headquarters to SG3. Captain Deborah Michael Boutte. This is your dispatch. Do you copy? St. Gabriel headquarters SG1. Chief Amber. Chief, be advised, Captain Boutique is not responding.
Cambuchi, you were the kind of leader I was looking to. Calm, strong, and full of heart. You're out for yourself in every corner of the department. We will carry your legacy forward.
Damn.
Captain Devin Michael Boutique gave his heart to San Gabriel Police Department, to the city, and to every life he touched throughout his career. He led with strength, served with honor, and lived with love. In every call, every shift, every life saved, he stood as an example of what it means to wear this badge. Even in silence, his legacy speaks loud. In the memories he leaves behind, and in the brothers and sisters who now carry on his watch. We are better because he walked among us. Captain Boutique, your duty is done. Take your rest. We'll take it from here. End of watch, July 6, 2025. SU3, 10-7, out of service.
Like I said, I do not know. That sound like the police chief who was back there crying. I don't know for sure if that was him or not, but I don't know exactly what to think of this at all. I really just don't. You, Jermaine, said you think the police chief know what's up. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell with this one right here. I don't even know if the dude is telling 100% truth. He could be. I just don't know with this one. This is weird. So he felt like the only way he can get out of this relationship with Boutique is to unalive him versus just packing up his shit one day and just leaving. That's crazy. That's crazy as ever. So I will be following this story. And as I get more information, I guess I'll keep you guys updated. My condolences are expressed out to Boutique's family and friends and co-workers. And my prayers are extended out to them. And hopefully, they will uncover the total truth. Because I feel like there's some things that's missing. This Warren Mitchell says that Boutique abused him physically. And that could be true. And clearly, the sheriff believes that. Okay? He said that maybe Boutique, when he got into this relationship with this dude, he just started, letting the relationship and this love or whatever he got for this dude, have him to do things that he normally wouldn't do, I guess. So I don't know. But hopefully, they will reveal more information. This is 10 days later, so I don't see any updated information on this stuff. Nothing. Let's see. So they are going to charge him with he has been charged with second-degree murder. They still don't know the real motive. And this is on July 11th. All right. They say despite Mitchell's claims that Boutique provided him with drugs. You know that is that the sheriff? Not the sheriff, but the chief. The chief is not gonna let that go. I just don't see it. We're saying that Boutique had Warren out on the street selling, candy. So the sheriff Stacy said he described the relationship between the two men as a bad partnership, and the attack was unprovoked. So if he said unprovoked, They're not buying the part where he says he had to do it because he needed to get free from him. So they still have questions to what made this dude stab the police officer. Man, now this is a weird case. And so you mean to tell me not Booty, Mitchell is not saying exactly what made him unalive Booty? See, he said the same thing I said. He said he could have left, and that's why he's in jail on a second-degree murder charge. That's what the sheriff said, Sheriff Stacy. He said he could have walked away many times, even prior to the incident that night. Right? He could have just left. It never came back. That's crazy. He said the sheriff said the relationship he had with this man probably clouded his judgment. And it could have, I don't know. I don't know for sure. Now, Sheriff Stacy said he never implied that Boutte and Mitchell were in an intimate relationship, but he did say they had a partnership. So what does that mean? A partnership, a domestic partnership. No, he said a domestic relationship. What does that mean? But then you said no intimate relationship. But domestic could be like sister and whatever too. They call that a domestic too. Okay, in law. Well, they was in an intimate relationship. Something made him do that though. Well, he said that he did it because allegedly because Boutte was violent, beating him and controlling and wouldn't let him leave. This is a whole weird case. Okay? Very strange. Let's see what you said. Could have, but we don't know for sure. He felt trapped. So you mean to tell me he was that trapped where when Boutte went to do his job, that this dude could have got on a bus or plane and got the heck out of there? He was that trapped. It's on Facebook right here. Let's see. So this is basically all the information I see here is basically just what I just said. And they call him crooked too. They said he was a crooked Louisiana cop. So I don't know. This is what a YouTuber said. But the chief said he's not crooked and he was not selling anything. Okay, he said that Mitchell was lying. That's what he said. But if he is lying, I'm pretty sure, I guess, they will get to the bottom of this. I don't know for sure. You know what I'm saying? Since that police department is allegedly corrupt. So they're doing an autopsy on him, huh? What was the results from that? Let's see. They said he was a nice, kind, beloved person that everybody liked. But that doesn't mean anything because sometimes people be like this out in public, but behind closed doors, there be something else. So, I mean, you can't just look at that. So, I mean, there's a lot of people say he was a good person, but like I said, you don't know. That's what, you know, people show you on the outside, but you don't know what's going on in the inside, on the inside. So he was captain over the Uniform Patrol Division. You hooking up with this dude? This dude, why? It's crazy. Mm-mm-mm. So let's see what else they got here. And so he said they was in a relationship. Just what? Just not. He's not going to say they were in an intimate relationship. Okay. But anyway, I will let you guys know any updated information regarding this. And Jermaine, make sure I don't forget. Because this is a tripped out story. We find any more information on this, I would definitely be telling you guys about it. Shocking situation. I just wish this young dude, would have just left versus unaliving this cop. Now that's our automatic, what sentence if he's convicted. And the chief seems like he really did like this dude too. I'm just wondering about some things. I'm not gonna say it here though. I'm just wondering to myself about some things. This is crazy. So anyway, he has been charged with second degree murder, and he's still incarcerated. Point blank. We gotta take this. So they always be playing all this damn music. I was trying to see what they said right here.
Yep, I wore the shirt today.
Okay. So anyway, do you have anything else to add? Jermaine, you said, but Sheriff Stacy said he was involved in drugs. I know that's what I'm saying. So I said the Sheriff Stacy said that, he was involved in drugs. He said he got some information. That's why he contacted the Attorney General to investigate. Boutte. That's what he said. Then he said he just called it off because clearly Boutte was unalive by his domestic partner. All right. So this is crazy. But the sheriff said he didn't know of Boutte taking drugs or do anything with drugs. So either this is something Boutte was doing behind closed doors, or there's some other stuff going on with this. It is just not out right now. So again, we will see how this all plays out if it's not covered up. And I'll let y'all know when I get some more information regarding this. All right. Sad situation. Thank you, Jermaine, for that story too. And if you get any more information, Jermaine, just make sure you send it to me so we can break it here on Shades too. All right. And thank you so much, Jermaine. That's sad. That was a sad situation, you guys. Sad. All right. So let me go ahead and take this off. Take this banner down. First, let me take this comment and close it out. He definitely said he felt trapped. If that's true, okay. Because because you just never know. I'm gonna keep that label up because I want to make sure that we, you know, get back on that again. I won't forget. That's sad. Mm-mm-mm. So let me give y'all a couple of breaking news articles, y'all, real quick, okay? This is another tragic situation right here. A little teenager, a teenage cleaner, was fatally sucked into, hold on, a meat grinder, okay, at a California factory for a popular frozen burrito brand. This happened on Sunday when the machine suddenly turned on while he was cleaning it at a California factory for a popular frozen burrito brand. This teenager was 19 years old, okay? He was part of the after hours sanitation crew. So he was cleaning the meat grinder when in it somehow activated and sucked him inside at around 9:30 p.m. Other workers said they heard the teen shouting for help as they tried to turn the machine off, but they couldn't. So the police rushed to the scene but found the 19-year-old unalive inside the grinder. The grinder. Hey. So anyway, the California Division of Occupational Safety and Health will investigate the workers' horrific unaliving and try to figure out what could have suddenly triggered the meat grinder. They said they do not suspect any foul play. That's crazy, man. This is crazy, man. There's a lot of people been, falling into things at work and all types of stuff. Back in 2019, a factory worker in Pennsylvania passed on after she was either dragged or fell into a meat grinder. A 35-year-old woman who'd been working on a 6-foot high rolling ladder before she somehow wound up in the machine. They said it took them 45 minutes to break down the machine and extract her mangled body from it. And then something else happened just last week. A physical therapist was burned alive inside a hyperbaric chamber at his Arizona practice when it suddenly burst into flames. You're talking about all these ways to pass, man. Then Dr. Walter Foxcroft, 43, was inside the chamber, which is a sealed enclosure with controllable oxygen levels, often used by doctors to help their patients with cognitive and physical rehab when it ignited. Goodness. That is sad, you guys. My condolences is expressed out to all of these victims, families, and friends, and anybody just who knew them. And my prayers are extended out to all of them as well. And all these damn situations that happen at these jobs is crazy. That little teenager, man, that's just really, a sad situation. I don't even feel like he should be cleaning out a meat grinder at 19. Honestly, I don't know. So let's see what else we got here. So check this story out, you guys. A farmer bought 2 water buffalo at an auction. Guess what happened? They unalived him the next day. They fatally attacked him on his property just a day after he brought them home. This is the dude right here, 45-year-old, and this is, I guess, I don't know if this is the buffalo or not, but this is what they're showing us. This is crazy, isn't it? Let me turn that music back on. You can hear it. Let's see. Oh, it's what I hear. Okay. So this happened on Friday evening. So first responders were called, but they could not immediately reach this guy, Brad McMichael, due to the aggressive behavior of the animals. Damn. So according to police, responders were delayed for a few tense minutes until they were forced to shoot one of the buffalo just to be able to get to McMichael. He had sustained severe lacerations and he was pronounced unalive at the scene. I don't know why did they do that. So his fiancee, Jennifer, was with him at the time. She believes he was likely filling stock tanks with fresh water when it happened. Now, according to reports, McMichael wasn't one to take risks with animals. He was an experienced farmer who knew his business. But experience doesn't always guarantee a win against wild animal instincts. So they say he would not have been casual and he was like very experienced. So they had to put down a second buffalo too because it was very hostile as well. McMichael had recently expanded his herd with these buffaloes. It was part of a lifelong passion. His family's land has seen 3 generations of farming all manner of livestock, from cattle to goats to lambs. So he purchased the water buffaloes as a means of extending his family legacy. They said he lived for the farm, our son in the town of Jones. That's what his ex-wife said. Neighbors and friends have flooded Green with messages of support. So anyway, my condolences and prayers are expressed out to his family and friends. And it's a sad situation, guys. That's sad. Just bought the 2 buffaloes and they ended up unaliving him. Damn. Sad situation. One more story and this will be it. So this is what somebody said about Diddy. Y'all know I had to talk about Diddy real quick. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that's crazy. Let me change this real quick. Let me go back to this little comment. Take this off and then and let me hurry up. Because we got to hurry up. Let's see if I can do this. Let's take Shannon Sharp over here. Okay. I don't know why I put Diddy Music because I already had it. So anyway, Gabby Wendy, she is sounding off on the Diddy verdict, and she did not hold back. Now, this lady is the 34-year-old Dancing with the Stars. She used to be on that. And now she hosts her own podcast on Dear Media. So on the most recent episode, she dug into the Diddy case, saying the verdict left her worried for the safety of his alleged victims. So according to her, Sean Diddy Combs is a full-blown narcissist. DSM-4 and believes that he did it again, he got off again. She said nobody's really talking about Diddy. And she said, and through the lighter convictions will certainly merit some punishment. The verdict will teach him nothing in the long run. He is getting away with everything. We don't believe women at all. He will have more victims while Cassie and Jane Doe fear for their lives. We don't know what he's capable of. He is hiring people to unalive other people. So Wendy also called out other celebs who did not testify, despite reportedly being present at his various parties. Now, according to her, that lack of accountability is proof that the system was rigged in the embattled mogul's favor. She says celebs can be subpoenaed for that other lawsuit, but not for this Diddy trial. He shot someone else in the face at a nightclub. He lit someone's car on fire. Are you all deranged? The thing about it is this right here, Miss Lady. They do not have any proof that he set somebody's car on fire or unalived anyone. So in the court of law, you have to have proof in order to convict someone, to find them guilty or not guilty. You know, you need proof if you want to find them guilty, though, for real. So, like we just know, they done changed up some things. The lead prosecutor, Maureen Comey, said she would seek the maximum sentence of 20 years. Now, this is something different because before they said that they were only going to be asking for up to 4 or 5 years, something like that. So the lead prosecutor, Maureen Comey, said she would seek the maximum sentence to 20 years. Diddy's lawyer, meanwhile, argued that his client should receive only 21 to 27 months in prison. Now, let me go ahead and fact check this because honestly, I did not hear that like that. Let me check that and make sure that's correct. Let me go back down here. Where she got this? Where she got this from? Copy. Let's do this. Let's go back to Google. Hold on. Wait. Damn it. Let me go back to the news thing, y'all. Hold on. Let's close all those out. Let's go back to Google. Let me put this in. I want to find out. Then I'm going to tell y'all about Diddy's classes he's taking, okay? You heard it first over here, the actual classes. I talked about it first anyway. Let's see. So she did. Okay, so lead prosecutor Maureen Comey has confirmed that her office intends to seek the maximum sentence of 20 years for Sean Diddy Combs, who was found guilty of 2 counts of transporting individuals for the P word. So let's see. So I don't know if the judge will actually do 10 years for each count or not. I don't know for sure. But yeah, the lead prosecutor is seeking the maximum sentence of 20 years. So let's see what else they got here. Hold on, I'm just reading something real quick. And the reason why she's saying that is because she said that he continued to have freak offs even while he was waiting on the feds to pick him up. He continued to use drugs. But the thing about it, if he had a drug problem, of course he would still be using that. Just like if he had an X problem, of course he would still be trying to do all these weird things. Okay? So that's going to be interesting because we also read that the prosecution was only asking for 4 to 5 years or something like that. So I don't know. I don't know. So this is crazy. But anyway, his thing comes up in October, so I guess we will see then, which is not far from now because it's July, August, September. It's going to go by pretty quick. It'll be August before you know it in like 2 more weeks, You say he's not getting 5 years. So what do you think he's getting? Because the prosecution, the lead prosecuting attorney is asking for 20 years, 10 for each account. So what do you think he's going to get? Let me see this. Let's see. They said probably about 4 to 5 years. But they said prosecutors here are seeking a sentence of 51 to 63 months, or roughly 4 to 5 years. So I don't know, guys. They got different information. So they said their preliminary calculations. Okay, so July the 8th. All right, July the 8th. The other article is July the 2nd. Okay, so this is July the 8th. So it says prosecutors previously said their preliminary calculations indicated Combs should get at least 51 to 63 months, roughly 4 to 5 years in prison. So let's see. So they don't think his sentence will be that hard, will be that harsh. I mean, yes, he can get 10 years for each one, but they don't think his sentence will be that harsh. So this attorney said, well, actually, this news contributor, she says it sounds like the prosecution is going to be arguing for something potentially over the midline over 5 years. And then prosecutors previously said their preliminary calculations indicated Combs should get at least 51 to 63 months. Okay, so again, they probably trying to get at least 5 years. I would say that, but is that 5 years for each count or 5 years altogether? So I guess we'll be seeing in October and stuff. So I got one more news with Diddy, and then that will be it. So let's see. Okay, so I remember talking about this when when he was found not guilty of ex trafficking and all that, and then guilty of the other two charges. And I said that Diddy needs to go to some type of treatment program, right? And then his attorney, Mark Agnifilo, came out and said that he will be taking some type of classes. So he has enrolled in a DRUG abuse therapy program with Dr. H.K. Rexler while awaiting sentencing. following his conviction on the P-related charges. So he did start this program before he was arrested in September 2024, and he has continued it while incarcerated. He is also participating in the STOP program, which focuses on preventing sexual assault and domestic violence. So those are the classes. One of them he was already taking, if not two, but he is definitely still engaged in those classes. Okay, so that is all, with Diddy stuff and everything. So y'all tell me what y'all think about everything we talked about tonight, especially that case with Mitchell unaliving, but the captain, I believe. I think he was the captain, if I'm not mistaken. Was he a captain? I can't remember. He was something like that. But anyway, yeah. So what do you guys think about that situation there, that case? And what do you guys think about these other things that I told you about, where the guy, the 19-year-old, got grinded up and unalived in the meat grinder, and then the man who went to get the buffaloes and ended up getting unalived by those two buffaloes, and then this Diddy's information. How many years do you think he will get, if any? He's gonna get some, but I'm just saying he could get probation. You just never know. And what do you guys think about the classes? Do y'all think he needs to be taking anger management classes? Because I did say maybe he would probably, his attorney should probably, do that class as well. Have him do that class. Okay. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and go into Sharon's thoughts or Shay's thoughts, and then that's going to be it for tonight. All right, guys. All right. So here you go. Shay's thoughts. All right. But before I do that, let me ask you guys to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content tonight. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit that bell notifications so you can be notified of any upcoming videos, and leave a comment and share this video as well. Also, guys, if you want to do additional support for this channel, you can do a super sticker, super chat, or you can do a membership for $4.99 per month, or you can do a Cash App donation to $Shades2. All donations are used for this channel. All right? All right. So let's go ahead and do Sharon's thoughts. Okay, so tonight, guys, I want to tackle this issue of someone thinking you are brokenhearted and keep spreading that rumor, and it's just absolutely laughable, because I don't recall myself crying or pacing up and down or begging or doing any of that. Okay, I don't recall me doing any of that, but I do recall getting messages, phone calls, and things like that. It's very fascinating to listen to weirdos say untrue things. You know what I'm saying? Just to make themselves look, I guess, good, or look like they are the man, or I don't know, just weird. It's just crazy, because if I am the one that is broken hearted, why am I not stalking, using troll names to stalk? Why am I not texting and sending people to call and, play on my phone? Just all types of weird stuff. Why am I not sending people to do all of these things that is being done to me if I'm so brokenhearted? I hate to bust this person's bubble, but I am not brokenhearted. Never was. All right? Never was. If anything, I am happy. Okay? I am happy because I am free. from all of that foolishness. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to get up on my channel and do a live or bring up stuff from 50,000 years ago to make myself look like, you know, I'm not bothered. Okay? Actions speaks louder than words. If you are constantly having my name in your mouth, you are constantly over here posing as other people and think I don't know. You are constantly sending a person to me, telling that person to call and troll me. If you are constantly staying in contact with me, texting and telling me not to tell anybody we talked and things like that, I think this person is the one that's brokenhearted because I'm not. I don't get up on my channel and act like um, I'm cool, but deep inside I'm actually hurting because that is the reason why I keep on talking about this lady who is not doing anything to you. All right? You know, my name, the only time this creature's name come out of my mouth is when this creature is doing something to me. All right? And that's the only time. Because honestly, there is no reason why I should be saying anything about this creature other than when he does stuff to me. That's it. It was a mistake. He was a mistake. And he's a liar. Okay? This is why he sits up on his channel trying to convince people of stuff. You know, let me say something. See, another reason why I can be brokenhearted because this creature doesn't even give me a reason to be brokenhearted. All right? I don't see anything that he had no I do not see any lasting impressions that he provided me to make me feel like my heart is broken. He was a liar, deceitful, manipulator, manipulative. Um, he was deceitful. He was a liar. He still is, and just plain and ridiculous and a shit starter. So why would I be brokenhearted? And next time you try to sing that song by Brandy, actually know how to sing, or maybe get someone to sing it for you because it's not cute. All right? Don't you guys hate when somebody get up here on their lives and start singing and know damn well they can't sing, but trying to make fun of somebody else? Isn't that funny? And the thing is, I'm not the one that gets up on my channel playing love songs, all right? The love songs that I did play, those were trolling songs. Trolling. Listen to the words. Okay, but I'm not playing all these damn songs trying to give out subliminal messages and things like that. I'm not playing these songs for you. All right? So stop running around talking about I'm brokenhearted, but you are the one who keeps on messing with Shades too. It's crazy. And you know what you said a couple of days ago. So I don't know, you guys. And I'm thinking this creature did this today because of something that he said is someone that he's jealous of. Okay? So it's like, and also he might have did it because the other day when I was talking about when I did my thoughts the other day, and I did the thoughts on men who call women bees, he know that I was basically referring to him. Okay? So maybe he called himself retaliating back. I don't know. But the thing about it, everything that I said is the truth. You don't need to call women bees, okay? Because how would you like it if somebody was calling your family members bees and things like that? How would you like that? You wouldn't. Okay. And usually when dudes sit up here and call women these, it is basically a direct reflection of what they feel about their parents, probably like their mother, maybe their daughters, their siblings, or something like that. Okay? Because, baby, I'm a long way from being a BITCH. A long way. All right? You tell me, Jermaine Thompson. You tell me. Huh? And Jermaine, does it look like or sound like I am brokenhearted since we talk all the daggone time? Have you seen me cry over this dude or anything else? Please, if anything, I've been saying some negative things about you. All right? Not no crying. All right? So the thing is, I hope you listen to this sharing thoughts or Shay's thoughts because you really do need to. You call yourself having all these friends over there and all this other shit, but none of these friends are telling you to stop with this foolishness. You're too old. They're not telling you this. They're encouraging this crazy ass behavior, okay? When in reality they shouldn't, because real friends will tell you to stop doing monkey shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not up here cussing like a sailor, and that's why I didn't do a live on you. All right? Because back in the day, I would have tore you up in a live, like I did so many times before. So I decided to say, I'll do it a little something for you when I do my Shay's thoughts. And maybe you will actually listen, because you don't listen to anything. See, let me tell you something. You like to bring up scriptures and God and all this other stuff. But one thing you fail to realize is that eventually the Lord is going to get tired of you messing with people and playing the victim when in reality you are not the victim. You're not the victim. You're not the victim, especially when you are the one that's out here aggravating people, annoying people, getting on people's nerves. The thing is that I really believe you are, you know, going through some mental issues because I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to figure out what are you looking for? Are you looking for, when you talk about people on your channel, um, are you looking for them, all of these people to respond to you or make a video about you? Because even when you do talk about people and they reply to you, it's only like a short reply and then they go back into whomever they are talking about. And that person is always overshadowing you. So therefore, I'm thinking that you may be jealous, and this is why you keep on picking with everybody on YouTube in that sector, which is plainly crazy. And I'm beginning to believe either you got some real serious mental things going on, or you just crazy. Or you just a sad, lonely, desperate person. Because who in their right mind sits up on YouTube for hours at a time, more than one time per day, talking about the same man all day and night long? What man does this? And then you wonder why people ask you about your sexuality. This is not good. This is not a good look. And I hope you're sitting in the bushes or laying in the bushes or underneath the car in the bushes. I don't know. And I hope you're listening because I definitely want you to hear this. Something is not right when a man sits up online and talks about another man all daggone day and night. And then put other people into this they do not have they don't have anything to do with what you're talking about. Like me, for example. I don't have anything to do with what you're talking about. half of the time, I don't even know what you're talking about. So you just said that I just want to say publicly that I have never hacked anybody's computer that did not deserve it. Thank you, Jermaine, for spreading that public service announcement out. Thank you so much. All right. So, like I just said, yeah, it's something wrong with someone that talks about the same dude continuously for hours. See, for me, like I told you when we were talking, if someone did something to you, there's no point of talking 50,000 times about the same thing. It's like 3 years later. If someone actually did something to you, everything that you're threatening, it should have already been accomplished. Yes. I mean, what's the point of talking about something and threatening about something but never doing anything? Let me just let you know, if I say that I'm going to do something and I'm for real about it, it will be done. I heard that you were bragging on your channel about when I said that I'm going to have you arrested. Let me tell you something. If I wanted to have you arrested, you would have been arrested. Okay? Clearly, I was just messing with you. All right? Because contrary to what you say, I do know some things. All right? And just leave it at that. Okay? This is why you're so worried. See, when people are not worried, they don't talk about stuff. Okay? They don't. And when people really is about that life and doing something like, filing legal paperwork and getting people incarcerated, they go ahead and do it. I'll tell you a little secret because since you think I'll be playing, back when we did into our altercation, our verbal altercation, well, I did go to the police department. All right. And since you want to spread rumors all over YouTube, that rumor that you said, where you said that I wanted to get you arrested, it may not be a rumor, baby. It may be the truth. Because you know why? Because you were harassing me and threatening me and being a stalker, just like you're doing right now. All right? See, in the legal world, which I know you already know, when you're trying to get someone detained, arrested, charges brought on them, you have to have real proof, not what you think, not what hearsay, but actual proof that a person is trying to do something to you. All right? That's what you have to have. See, the police told me this guy is 2,600 miles away from you. Now, some people will travel to do things, but 7 times out of 10, they probably won't. All right? And the way you did your threats, it can't be proven. All right? Because everything is not there. All of the elements are not there. So when you get up on your little, and I do mean little channel, my channel is little too, but yours is very little. Okay. When you get on your little channel and you sit up here and make all of these threats, baby, make sure that you are following the law 100%, because you're not the only one who can read legal things. Okay, now I didn't go to prison and study law, but guess what? Shay's Tube went to school first for law. Okay, she wanted to be a juvenile prosecutor. So, like you, I had to study some cases and certain things. Everything I don't remember, but I do still remember some things. And even when I don't remember things, I can pick up a law book, a law dictionary, and everything, and read and comprehend. And anything that I don't know, I can call up a lawyer to ask. It's not hard. That's why I know all about those RICOs. Okay, and the elements, you know. So when you make a threat, make sure you follow through it. Because when I told you I would get you arrested, trust me, back during that time, yeah, I was actually trying to do that. But I did not have all the elements. Okay, you just can't go and have people arrested. I know a lot of y'all think you can, but you can't. You just can't. Because see, the police, the district attorney, they know about these little games that some of you guys like to play on YouTube and other social media places. They also know about people meeting people on YouTube and they be dating on YouTube and stuff. They get mad and they arguing at each other and doing the most. They know about all these things. So let me give you the advice that the police officer, detective, gave me. The one that I have his card that I can call him anytime. The one that called me a couple months ago to file charges on you, but I didn't even go through with it because honestly, you're not even worth it. All right? Period. So what they suggested, and I'm gonna suggest this to you. If you want Shay's Tube out of your life completely, stop talking about Shay's Tube. Don't text Shay's Tube. Don't call me. Don't send that dark night to call or troll me. Stay off my channel posing as all these people. Okay? Just basically block Shay's Tube completely. Don't unblock me, but block Shay's Tube completely and just leave me alone. And guess what? I can do the same thing, even though I don't mess with you, but I can do the same thing. And I certainly don't troll. All right? Or pose as other people or be on your games or anything. You know who does that. Your friend. Your man's does that. Okay? The one you have called me, calling me thinking he was talking to my husband, when in fact he was talking to me. Dummy. Okay? So the thing is that do what the police detective said. All right? Block Shay's Tube completely. Don't text. Don't call. Just erase all of this from your memory. Shay's Tube. Out of your memory. Because I'm definitely going to erase you out of mine. All right? Now, what did you say over here, Jermaine? You said I also would like to publicly state that I have visited multiple chats in the Mo3 sector, including Jackie's, Q's, and here on Shades too. Well, I'm not part of the Mo3 sector, okay, at all, okay? I'm not part of any sector. It makes me part of a RICO. If that makes me part of a RICO, I am guilty as charged. Okay, let me take 10 minutes and just tell y'all about a RICO real quick. Okay, because let me just take some minutes to do this real quick, okay? Let's just talk about the RICO. What time is it? Let me hurry up. Y'all give me about 15 minutes, okay? So, as you know, a RICO stands for Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act. It is a U.S. federal law passed in 1970 to combat organized crimes by targeting criminal enterprises and their leaders, even if those leaders don't directly commit the crimes. So the RICO allows prosecutors to charge people involved in a pattern of racketeering activity, which includes a variety of crimes, such as extortion, bribery, kidnapping, murder for hire, DRUG trafficking, and money laundering. All right? Now, RICO was initially designed to tackle the mafia and other organized crime groups, but its broad scope has led to its use against various criminal enterprises, including street gangs and political corruption cases. So, to trigger a RICO, prosecutors need to demonstrate a pattern of racketeering activity, which typically involves at least two related criminal acts within a 10-year period. So RICO requires the existence of an enterprise, which can be a legal or illegal entity involved in interstate or foreign commerce. Okay, so let me just tell y'all, a regular person cannot file a criminal RICO. However, a regular person can file a civil RICO. Okay? Okay, let's go. No. We're not going to read everything about it. Okay, let's see. Y'all can go look in the thing and you can find all about it. All out. You can find all about it. Y'all know I'm getting tired, so I'm saying all types of weird shit. Hold on. And like I said, a regular person can file a civil RICO. A federal prosecutor or federal prosecutors, they are the ones who handle a criminal RICO case. Anybody who suffered damages due to racketeering can pursue civil remedies under the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act, known as the RICO. Okay? So people, businesses, or government entities that have been harmed by racketeering activities can file a civil RICO lawsuit. Let's see here. What else do we need to look up? So if somebody has been injured by a, hold on. If anyone can bring a civil RICO suit if they have been injured by a RICO violation. Okay? So these are the things you must show. Criminal activity. Let me read your thing first. But you said, and I would like to also state publicly that I did not unalive Mo 3. I haven't been able to run like that guy in the video since 1995. You are. Okay, let me get back serious again. Anyway, so let's see here. I said, okay, so these are the things you must prove in order to succeed in a RICO claim. So let me drink some water so I can make sure I read this correctly. Okay. Number one, criminal activity. You must demonstrate that the person or the organization committed one of the RICO crimes, which include a broad range of crimes such as blackmail and wire fraud. Now, when I say wire fraud, Jermaine, what comes to your mind? Okay. Now, if you bring a claim on a fraud basis, the court will apply strict scrutiny. Okay. Then you have to do a pattern of criminal activity. To have a successful RICO claim, you must prove that there is a pattern of criminal activity of at least two or more crimes. Now, a pattern requires the crimes to be related in some way or continuous, meaning it was conducted over at least a year. Okay? Then it has to be within the statute of limitation. The Supreme Court held that RICO has a 5-year statute of limitation. Therefore, you must file a claim at least 5 years before discovering the criminal activity. So, when you want to run around YouTube and you want to say you're filing RICOs, make sure, civil RICO that is, make sure that you have everything that is needed so you can win, so you can prove your RICO. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting your time. The criminal activity, that's a real major one right there. You have to show that the person or organization committed one of the RICO crimes. Okay? And you have to prove it with real proof, not something that you think a person may mean. Okay? Because you heard them say certain things and you just think. The person basically needs to say exactly what they are doing and who they are going to do it to and what they are planning on doing. You can't use a videotape, hear somebody talk about certain things, and then assume they're trying to rob you, okay? Or have someone do something to you unless that person said that. You can't use hearsay or somebody done made up some damn emails or messages or text messages making it look like it came from a person when it didn't. Okay, you can't use that. It has to be 100% proof. Proof. That's why they couldn't get Sean Diddy Combs. Proof. Now, see, why this person is sitting up here talking about a RICO, okay, I think he needs to look at himself because if I go all the way back, it's out of the statutes of limitation right now. But if I go all the way back, I'm shocked that he did not get charged with a RICO. Let's keep it real. But I know why he didn't. Okay. But if this person is engaging in anything right now that could constitute a RICO, if you catch my drift, I think this person needs to be more concerned about himself being in a criminal RICO. Okay? For real. I think he needs to be concerned versus getting up on YouTube disclosing all of his personal business to all of these people on YouTube like they're going to help him if anything goes down. See, one thing that I do know is that everybody can be with you when you're up on your channel acting like a fool. But when something really goes down, they don't be there. Okay? They don't be there. There is 4 million reasons why there will not be a RICO. Get away from my blue bus. Get a blue bus. Oh my God. But on a for real note, you have to be able to prove the criminal activity. It cannot be hearsay. Okay? If you say somebody is trying to unalive you, you need to show for real they are trying to unalive you. Let me say something too. If you think someone is trying to unalive you, how could you be talking to that person continuously in an intimate way, pleading and begging for that person to be divorced, pleading and begging for this person to be with you and things like that, if you are concerned that this person is trying to unalive you? Make that make sense, because it doesn't make sense. And that's one question they would ask. Because let me say something. When I went to the police department, I'm not going to lie, and I told the police detective all that stuff, and he was like, I doubt he'll come 2,600 miles. I mean, y'all continuously keep on talking to each other, things like that, just block each other, because basically, let's keep it real, unless something really goes down, it's just bull crap, and y'all are too old. So, yeah, it's just bull crap, dude. It's bull crap. So move on. Like Beyonce say, to the left, to the left. That's what, to the left. Yeah, the mermaids are still coming. Yeah, they are coming for you. Man, I don't need to play like that, because when I play like that, when I put the thing up on my page, I said the mermaids are coming for you. Damn, he took it literally. Okay. really thought that I was for real when I said the mermaids are coming for you, and I'm just joking. I mean, come on now. How can mermaids? First of all, are mermaids real? Okay, that's the first thing. Secondly, even if they were real, how can I send them to you? All right. I don't do witchcraft. I don't do Buddhism or all the other stuff that they got out here. Okay. So this civil RICO, I mean, you can go ahead and file it if you want to, but I doubt very seriously. I don't know about the other people, but with me, I doubt very seriously you will win. Period. All right. You said, Shay, it would be okay if Pork Chops maxed out a ninja's credit card. He probably not for you, sis. See, that's why I know I could not be brokenhearted. In order for me to be brokenhearted, baby, you got to be, you know, doing some things for Shay. You know, you got to be first. You got to be a really good man. You know what I'm saying? Handsome as ever. You know, with a nice little, you know, body, and you know, got your stuff in order. You know, got your head on right. You know, doing things in life. Know how to treat a woman. You know, respectful, dedicated, monogamous. Truthful and things like that, then I may be brokenhearted. Notice I didn't say you have to be rich, okay? Okay, so the money thing, it doesn't mean all that much, you know, if everything else is not there. You know what I'm saying? You know, as long as you got a decent career, you know, that's cool for me. You know what I'm saying? So trying to impress somebody with your money and this car, that car, I don't give two craps about that. Because there are a lot of people out here got nice cars and all this other stuff and really can't afford it. You know, they leasing cars and stuff, trying to pretend like they own them. You know, they are, you know, paying off these big ass high car notes and stuff, you know, barely making it. Okay, so please, okay, I don't give a damn about all that type of stuff. So anything, I mean, anyway, the thing is that I don't see nowhere where you suffered at the hands of any criminal organization or person. I really don't. Um, and I'm listen, and this is not coming from me. It's actually coming from Westburg Law. All right, that's what this is coming from. All right, law office. So I mean, and they got offices all around Pennsylvania as well. Okay, I don't know why I came up like this for me, but yeah. So the thing is like this. I don't know what these other people have violated within a RICO civil lawsuit. I'm only speaking about myself. I know I have not violated anything. So good luck with whatever RICO you claim that you are filing. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? I really truly don't. I can possibly file a RICO myself, but I mean it'd be really um, a waste of time. Okay, but I could file other things that would not be a waste of time. And let me just say this: when I say that I'm going to do something like those restraint orders I did, and you begged me to not do them or to dismiss them, not to go back to court. Um, when I say I'm gonna do stuff, I usually do it. All right. That's why you made it a point to contact me every time I did stuff. So Shay's thoughts are just like this. I'm going to tell you what the police told me back in 2022. If you don't want to be, if you don't want to be bothered with Shay's tooth, all you need to do is stop talking about Shay's tooth. Okay? Don't text, don't call, don't send that dude to call me, don't troll, don't come over here using other people's names and troll names. Just erase Shay's tooth from your memory, point blank. And I will do the same thing, even though I'm not messing with you. Okay? That's my thoughts. Okay? If you want to be free from Shay's tube, then free yourself from shades 2. Free yourself from shades 2. And then Jermaine said, don't be yelling on your live tomorrow, my God, or exposing ish, because at the end of the day, who gives a shit? It is just YouTube. And all these people you are paying your little cash apps and super sticker and super chats to and helping them because they can't take care of their own kids and their baby daddy can't do anything. All they're doing is using you. I told you that before, and I'll keep on telling you this because I guarantee you, if you get incarcerated again, they may accept one call from you, or maybe even 2 or 3. But I bet you eventually they're going to stop talking to you. Yeah, because they're not going to pay for your collect calls. They may put money on your books 1 or 2 times, but in the long run, that's going to dry up too. And I doubt very seriously that any of them will fly out to come and see you. All right? So be very careful. And I mean very careful who you call a fake daughter, a friend, your supporters, okay? Because real friends, fake daughters, and supporters will tell you to leave that woman alone and stop all this foolishness on YouTube. If you need to file a civil RICO, then go do it. All right? That's what real friends tell you. All right? And stop trying to make Shades 2 jealous because I don't care who you talk to, who you date, or who you give a cash app to. They can have you. All right? You're not a package at all. They can have you in all your troubles, baby, because I am straight up free and I am happy. All right? All right. Thank you so much, Jermaine, for being here tonight. I really do appreciate you and all your commentary. Also, thanks to Tony. Hold on, let me see who's here. Old Boy for stopping by showing support. Shell Krabs for stopping by showing support. Tony Vance for coming here showing support. I know you at work. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you too. And thanks to everybody who pushes and everybody who watches me at the replay. Every night I'm going to do Shay's or either Sharon's thoughts, and I'll be touching on anything that I choose to when I do these thoughts. Okay, guys? All right? So y'all take care. Have a blessed night. Have a blessed Wednesday. And I'll see y'all tomorrow before I leave out with another country Wade reaction video live, and tomorrow night, the late night owls live. All right? So until then, you guys, the sweet sounds of summertime flowing through my ears, listening to the hummingbirds sounding so sincere. You know what? Every night, if I can go find my book, I may do little parts of my poetry that I write. That was one poem that I wrote way back in 1992. It's not the whole thing, it's just a part of it. So I may do that from time to time. Not all the time, but from time to time. All right? All right. So anyway, let's get out of here. Thank you, Jermaine. Let me take this down, you guys. Let's take this banner now. All this stuff. Don't forget the thumbs up. Hit the bell, subscribe, share, and leave a comment, okay? Let's put this back up here. And I forgot to put this up here today. I always forget to do stuff. It's not too late. I can do it right now real quick while I'm putting all these banners up. So let's go to change this. Y'all have a good night. Yeah, y'all know how I used to do that. I used to not this. I got the wrong thing. Hold on. Put that up there like always. That up there. Now I'm gonna play 2 songs before I get ready to get up. I'm gonna play the first one, then I'll play my last, the outro. The first one will be To This Weirdo, and the next one will be just my signing off. Okay? All right. So thanks for watching, y'all. And this is the last one that I'm gonna put up. Y'all know how I do. Where is it? Damn. Y'all definitely know how I do. I always forget what shit is that on here. Where is it at? And this is it right here. Okay, so the first song, like I said, will be the one for this weirdo. And every time he does stuff, I'm going to play his songs because I don't know. He's just weird. Okay, so let me share this real quick, and then we are getting ready to get out of here, y'all. But hopefully it plays all the way because usually they be doing weird shit. So I'm going to do this. This is To You, Dodo Bird.
You a broke boy parading in a fake man suit, claim you rich, but you broadcasting from your sister's room. Foreclosed, evicted, embarrassed, and dissed. Now you live stream sadness with a Cash App twist. Used to brag like a mogul, now you beg like a symbol. That flexing online, but your hustle live. Told Shane you had millions, where on the Sims? Your teeth dry, your lives wet, your whole aura grim. You call yourself the dog now, more like the flea. Crawling in comments while begging for a fee. Ratchet don't want you, Shane curved you with grace. Now you obsessed, pressing live with that crust on your face. Your money ain't loyal, K-Marie just clocking. As long as the money's talking, she keep fake rocking. But you broke now, so that ship sail fast. She just another scammer watching dumb dudes crash. You call her a queen, you a donor, not a king. You pay for her silence, she just goes in the stream. She laugh at your pain, she mute while you rage. But still take that tip while you cry on stage. Enter rain, that's your hype man clown, feeding you fake wins while he laugh in town. You think that's support? Nah, that's a joke. The gay best you with lies in a borrowed coat. You surround yourself with yes men and paid mods, while real ones drag a name through God's blinds. You ain't built for this, no spine, no heart, just a grown-ass boy playing victim with a chart. And you mad at Shane for what? Telling the truth, that you ain't rich, ain't fly, ain't own no booth. You got booted from property like a pest in June. Now your whole channel screaming, please donate soon. Your breath scream eviction, your spirit smell like loss. Your bars bounce like checks and your tone crisscross. You a legend in your mind, a bum in the stats. Whole life's a cap, you just vibes and hats. Ain't nobody respect you, not even your moms. You the king of delusion, praying to frauds and shade. She living unbothered, blessed, while you melt down daily in a Dollar Tree vest. So here's your truth, you're done, your name's cooked. Your story's been told, your soul's been shook. This ain't a diss track, this a digital hearse. Micah, this the moment where you reimburse the universe. It's the sound of your rap getting unplugged. It's the sound of your rap getting unplugged. The sound of your rap getting unplugged.
Yo, turn the lights down low and the drama up. She's late, she's loud, and she live. Woo! You already know who it is. Shades 2, baby. She back again. Crowd lit, vibe on 10. Shay walk in like we back again. News, tea, jokes and spins. She don't do small talk, she go in. From the headlines to the comment section, she call names with no correction. You tuned in, don't act brand new. It's late night, baby, she got that view. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I lacked game, back again. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. Popcorn ready, wig on alert. She dropped one line, and somebody hurt. Talk show queen with a side of roast. She run this thing from coast to coast. Late on purpose, still on time. She hit you with shade, then call it a rhyme. Talk smart, talk slick, talk flame. Say the name right, yeah, late night with Shay. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. She say what she want and laughs all day. Live on Shay's tube, press replay. You thought I left, nah, I'm back again. That's right. News, drama, laughs, whatever else you feel like. late night.